Hello, Seek Academy. Welcome to our quarter one celebration. Say ooh, 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 ooh. Today, we are going to work on a fancy arts and craft, a fall arts and craft, using our very own body parts. Say wow. Wow. All right, before we get started, you're definitely going to need some materials. You guys are going to need either a brown crayon, a brown marker, or a brown color pencil, whatever you have. You're also going to need glue. It could be a glue stick or regular white glue. Whatever you have is fine. And then you are going to need yellow and orange tissue paper. You don't need a lot. What are we going to do it on? Duh! You need white paper. I have mine already right here. You can put yours on your desk, of course. All right. Are you guys ready to get started? Yes? Before we get started, I just want to say some quick little tips. Remember, we're in Kindvember. So remember, you are going to have materials on your desk and they're all not going to be for you. So be mindful of sharing with your friends. Say, I can do that. I can do that. I know you can. You can also say things like, can I have some yellow, please? Or you can say, hey, do you need a little bit of orange? These are kind things that you can say during this arts and craft. We're working together as a team. Get it? Got it? All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Before I get started, let me take a sip. You can go ahead and take a sip of your drink too. All right. As you can see, I made a tree, but I used my hand as the tree trunk. You are going to place your hand on the paper and make sure you have enough of your arm on the paper to make that trunk part. And your fingers are going to be the branches of the leaf, the branches for the leaves. I'm sorry. All right. Now I'm going to use a marker. Remember, you can use your crayon or a color pencil to trace around my hand. Go ahead. Follow me. I'm tracing. As you can see, I'm also taking my time. I'm not moving quickly. Very neat. Very demure. Very mindful of how I'm tracing. And then I'm going to go down. And there is my tree trunk and my fingers for my branches. If you got that part, say, way to go, me. If you don't, your teachers can also pause the video and wait for majority of the class to get this part. But I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Now that I have my tree trunk and my branches, I'm going to go ahead and use my crayon. If you have a color pencil or you still have your marker and you want to use your marker, that is fine. I'm going to go ahead and color it in. I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm going to make sure that I am coloring in the lines and that I am being very, very neat. I'm taking my time and I'm staying in the lines. This is probably a good time to also take a sip of your drink, if you have one. If not, that's okay. All right. I'm going to continue coloring. And I'm going to make sure that I get each finger, because remember, my fingers are my branches. I want to make sure that I am not leaving any white spots on my tree branch or on my tree trunk. If you color outside the lines by accident, that's okay. No artwork is perfect. It is absolutely okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm being very mindful. I'm not rushing. I'm taking my time because I want to make sure that my work is super neat and beautiful. All right. Wow. I love the way mine is coming out. I can't wait to see how yours is coming out. All right, I just colored my last branch. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this white part right here to make sure that I cover the whole hand in brown. All right, now that that's done, I have my tree trunk and my branches. Now it's time to add some leaves. This is where you're going to need the tissue paper. I just have 2 small pieces, and I'm probably not even going to use all of this. I really don't need a lot because I'm going to tear them into small pieces. And this is where you're going to need your glue. I'm just going to use a glue stick because it's easier for me to do it on the board with the glue stick. If you have white glue, that's absolutely fine. All right. Now, I know that I want to make a tree. One thing that I did was I used my glue and I went around in the shape of a tree like this to give it that tree shape. Now that I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and start ripping really small pieces of tissue. Remember, you don't need a lot because the tissue paper should not be big. And I'm just going to use the 2 different colors because I want it to look like that. I don't want it to be an all orange tree. I want it to give fall colors, so I'm using orange and yellow. And with this part, I want to make sure that the glue doesn't dry out, so I got to move a little quickly for this part. And I'm just going to go around to give it that nice tree shape. When I'm done with this, then I can start to fill it in like that. But first, I'm starting with going around. Let's add some more orange. I feel like I was using a lot of yellow. Remember, my pieces are very small. All right, now that I went around and I kind of have the shape of my tree, now I can start to fill in the rest of the branches with leaves. I'm just going to add more glue here and on my branch and rip more tissue paper and add them in. I'm going to spread out the orange so that I can add some yellow. So it's a good mixture of orange and yellow. All right, let's add some yellow now. Oh, my tree is coming along. Add some more orange. All right, time for some more glue. And I'm going to go ahead and just add orange and yellow, orange and yellow. If you want to give your picture like a 3D look, you can like ball up the tissue paper just a little bit, not into small pieces, but you can crinkle it up a little bit so it can look like crinkled up leaves on the tree. Because as you know, if you go outside and you look at the leaves, not every leaf is perfect. Some leaves are crinkled up. Some leaves are different shapes. So right here, we're just giving our leaves different looks. You can crinkle it up before you put it on the paper, or when you put it on the paper, you can just bunch it up a little bit to look like that. I think I need a little bit more orange. I'm using a lot of yellow. If I had a partner next to me, I would ask them, do you need some orange? This is a good time to ask if your partners need any type of material, whether it's glue or a crayon, a marker, or some tissue paper. Remember, we're being so kind. Wow, I love, love, love how this is coming out. Oh, no glue there. Let me add some glue. And even if it's sticking out a little bit, that's fine. Leaves stick out of trees all the time. Let me go ahead and add some more glue. I'm going to add more glue over here where I want to add more leaves. I think I could use a little more yellow. Let me bunch it up a little bit. Let's crinkle up that leaf. Remember, you can ball it up just a little bit. Crinkle it up. Love it. If you're sitting next to a partner or a friend, you can take a look at their work too. Give them a compliment. You're doing so good. Wow, your tree looks so nice. If you're having trouble with getting a crinkle look and your partner's doing a really good job, you can ask, hey friend, can you help me? So nice when we talk nice to each other. Ooh, I love how this is coming out. I am so proud of my work. Are you proud of your work? Good job. All right. Let's see. Maybe I can add a little more right here. And then I think I want some leaves like falling off the tree. If you don't really want that, you don't have to do that part, but you can. It gives it like a nice little fall look. Let's add yellow. I think I used a lot of orange. Yellow right here, and maybe like a orange leaf right here falling. Ooh, I love that. I'm also going to add some leaves on the ground because in the fall, I love when leaves are on the ground. You get to kick them. Let's add some leaves on the ground here. I'm going to add some orange. I'm going to add a little yellow too, but I'm going to use mostly orange down here. All right, let's add some yellow. Ooh, I love that. Maybe I could add, maybe I can add one more, fill in this little spot right here. And let's see, hold on. We don't need that many leaves on the tree because remember, in the fall, the leaves fall off the tree. So it doesn't have to be a lot of leaves on the tree. And if you want to add more leaves on the ground, you definitely can. Because in the fall, most of the leaves fall down on the ground. And this is my finished product. This is my fall tree using my hand and some tissue paper. Wow, this is so beautiful. Let me take a sip. I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. Give your partner a high five for all of their hard work. And I can't wait to come around and see what you guys did today. Bye, Seek Academy.